Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a doll heavily inspired from Ghost in the Shell. Now this is not a movie review channel, and if anything we'll just say it's more based off of the manga, but the visuals in the Ghost in the Shell movie were pretty cool, mainly from the robot Geisha scene, which is the doll I am making today. So I already went ahead and made this dress off camera before I even thought about making this doll because I wanted to use Moonlight Jewel's kimono dress pattern, and I really liked how this dress turned out, so I figured I would use it for a full custom. I also went ahead and prepped a Gigi Grant Monster High doll for customizing because I think her sculpt is going to be perfect for a robot custom. So now that you've seen what the dress looks like, I'm going to take it off so we can fully repaint this doll. To match the robot geishas in Ghost in the Shell, I am going to be painting the entire doll white, which is not an easy task, but it has to be done. For repainting entire doll bodies, I like to water down the paint a lot and then give it about 6 to maybe even 10 coats of paint. White paint is the hardest to work with because if there's any streaks, you will see it so easily, and if there's any dust particles, you will spot it so easily. I tried my best when repainting this doll, but there's obviously still imperfections that I just cannot get right yet, but I will hopefully with enough practice be able to perfect painting a doll completely white. Once the body is fully painted, I move on to painting the face, which I give about 4 to 5 coats of paint because for some reason painting the face is a lot easier than painting the entire body. Then, following the mold, I started drawing lines all over the doll's body to act as like the exoskeleton. I also added some red details as a pop of color. This face-up was heavily inspired by one of the actual faces of the robot geishas, just a little slightly more in my style. For the big light red circle in the center of the doll's face, I didn't want it to be too harsh, so I just layered on a bunch of chalk pastel. It starts off looking really patchy, but towards the end it really is packed in and looks more solid. I real quick decided to paint the doll's scalp black off camera just before I forgot about it, before I gave the doll some hair. After touching up all the red details with some acrylic paint, I decided to paint all the joints on the doll black to make it look even more like robotic, and like the doll's joints are not really connected, if that makes any sense. Thankfully, Gigi's doll already has really long nails, so I painted them red. After I finished painting the face and the body, I gave the entire doll a coat of gloss varnish, not only to seal the paint, but to also make the doll look shiny and more robotic. So now that the doll's paint is all sealed, I can put her outfit back on and start working on her hair. To not risk chipping the entire paint job of this doll, we will not be doing a reroute today. Instead, I will be doing glue-on wefts. If you're familiar with doll customizing, you've probably seen this process a million times before, so I'm not really going to go into too much detail today. For this doll, I really wanted to give her a traditional geisha hairstyle, which was very difficult for me to pull off because I am not familiar with geisha hairstyles and I really don't know how they are done, and I couldn't really find a video that was really helpful for me. I used some unbrushed strands of yarn to act as volume for the side curls, and then everything came into a big bun in the back. Now all that we have left to do is give her a pair of shoes. I found these shoes in my stock box. They're from a Monster High doll, and so I just repainted them completely black. I know they are not what a traditional geisha would normally wear, not like a high heel platform shoe, but it's what fits the doll and it's as close as I can get without having to make something from scratch, which I usually do not like to do. I was kind of struggling to get the shoes on her feet because of all the layers of paint probably building up and making the shoes not fit anymore, but with that, this doll is done. So I would say that this doll is more dialed back from my more recent customs because lately I've been trying to push myself and make everything more detailed than the next, which is a little tiring, so it's nice to relax for a second. And although this doll is not the most extravagant doll I've ever made, I still think that she has a lot of interesting details, and I really loved doing the full body paint and making her look all cybernetic and robotic. It was a lot of fun to make her. And she will be for sale on my Etsy shop as well as through my Instagram if you'd like to avoid those additional fees. Thanks, Etsy. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more of my custom dolls, you can always hit subscribe, and I try to post a video every single week. And I also am frequently updating on my Instagram and my TikTok, so check out my socials linked in the bio. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!